Hey everybody, I have another video here for you today. We're going to go document another T-shaped pillar site in Turkey, and this is a little different because I can't find where this exact site is. Now this is called Sefer Tepe, and it is located right in this general area. Here is the town of Eskikale, and I will leave that spelling below. But Sefer Tepe is located just northwest of it somewhere. But the problem is there is a lot of mounds in this area, and if you just zoom into some of them, a lot of them appear to have remains on them, but it is in this general area right here. This red line was just a line 25 kilometers west of a city, and that gave me my initial location. But this city of Eskikale, that is the pinpointed area, and is just northeast of the town, but there are a lot of little mounds here that appear to be tepes or mounds built up over time. But Sefer Tepe is right in this area here somewhere, and if you can find the exact location, please leave it because I've kind of run out of time searching for it. I need to get to some new subjects starting tomorrow. Now in this PDF, I will leave the link below. It says Sefer Tepe, and then it gives maybe a local name here, Yukari Darik Harabesi. Sefer Tepe is a small-sized, broad, and shallow mound located 25 kilometers west of Varanshehir, approximately 72 kilometers east of Sanliurfa. So that is the general location I showed you on Google Earth. It says the most interesting aspect of Sefer Tepe settlement site is the discovery of 16 in situ T-shaped pillars at the settlement. A majority of the pillars are buried to the ground and placed side by side. It says the pillars are placed in a circular formation, approximately 1.5 to 2 meter intervals apart. With this positioning, the pillars share great similarities with the monolithic in situ pillars at Gobekli Tepe in layer architecture 2 at Karahan Tepe. Moreover, there is one further pillar revealed during construction of a country house located at the southeastern corner of the settlement. This pillar is secured as intact. The approximate length of the pillar is 198 centimeters, with the head section 72 centimeters and the width of the body section 54 centimeters and a thickness of 25 centimeters. This unearthed pillar possesses identical features with the pillars discovered at Navali Chorai, Gobekli Tepe, Karahan Tepe, Hamzan Tepe, and Tasli Tepe. And that is a tepe I've never even heard of. Here is a look at the inconspicuous mound. From overhead, you can really kind of tell these man-made tells or tepes. They are pretty easy to identify when you're looking overhead at the whole landscape. Here's the view from down on the Earth's surface here. Here are some buried pillars on Sefer Tepe. They form like a circular formation, and they're really sitting in the ground just as they were maybe 11,500 years ago when they were erected here. Here is one of the pillars that was found here, and this one did not have any decoration on it, but I wouldn't doubt if some of these certainly did. Most of them still buried all the way in the ground. Here is another look at a pillar, and there isn't many pics, probably the same pillar, but everything that has gone on here as far as research points to this place being built at the same time as levels at Gobekli Tepe and Karahan Tepe. Now here is a research paper done by Bahattin Çelik, and I mentioned him before. He has studied a lot of these areas. And here is a topographical map of the area where Sefer Tepe is, but I could not locate it on Google Earth. I showed you the general location. If any of you can find it exactly, please leave the location. It says the second recent discovery is the site of Sefer Tepe, located in the western Varanshehir plain. To the west of the site, the Çelik mountains rise gently. To its north and its east stretches the Varanshehir plain, and to the south a landscape of gentle, undulating limestone hills. It says the site is a 6-meter high mound set directly on limestone bedrock. It was discovered in the course of the Sanliurfa Region Culture Inventory Project, with villagers using the T-shaped pillars as spolia. According to the surface material, Sefer Tepe possibly dates to the earlier or middle pre-pottery Neolithic period. At the site, 18 T-shaped pillars have been discovered, and just as Karahan and Gobekli Tepe, the majority of the pillars are buried. The nearest basalt sources are located 2 kilometers to the north of the site, but Sefer Tepe has easy access to the Dogu, Kirip, and the Taslik rivers, both tributaries of the Habur. To date, no nearby flint source has been discovered. The above overview of the T-shaped pillar sites discovered thus far in southeast Anatolia provides several insights into preferred site locations as well as a range of natural resources typically associated with T-shaped pillar sites. But I put a place mark down for Sefer Tepe, even though I don't know exactly where it is. You look at these little mounds in this area, and you can just go to any of them, and it appears there are circular ruins right on top of them in so many areas. But there are a lot of places here where T-shaped pillars were put in circular formations about 11,000 years ago. And this picture is becoming a little more clear to me. All these sites that I've talked about, many more I haven't. I mentioned maybe one or two of them today, but just thought I'd document that site. It's 11,000 years old, or maybe even older, so that is worth documenting. Hope you thought that was cool, and you all have a very nice day.